Black power! 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 Look at you, young black man. Every black man under the sound of my voice bears witness that the black man is an endangered species. Huh?
Introduce to you a man that brought me up. Whenever the cops do something to our people, who do we call? When it's time for a man with political strength to go to the political offices, who do we call? A man that got our back. When all of the others have turned their back on this generation, here's a man that stood with us through the good times, the bad times, the sad times, and the glad times. I'm introducing our drum major for justice. Brothers and sisters, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Please give a round of applause for the people's preacher, the soul reacher, the liberation seeker, and the true teacher, the one, the only Reverend Al Sharpton.
No justice, no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice, no justice. They say get back. They say get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. All right. First, let me say I'm happy to have with me today to welcome you from around the nation to the Million Youth March in Harlem. Senator Ephraim Gonzalez, who works with us in coalition, is joining me today. You might have heard on the news that some people didn't want you here, but we come, black, Latino, all as a coalition to say, as the mayor in exile of New York, welcome to Harlem. Second, let me say, as we talk about black power, we are standing on Malcolm X Boulevard. The convener of this march, Minister Khallid Muhammed, comes out of a movement started by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, then represented by the man named after this boulevard, then Minister Farrakhan. There's always been, there are different roads in our community, but we have not until late let people tell us when we could debate and dialogue on those roads. One block over is Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard, a man that helped create the phrase black power. Even though he disagreed with Malcolm on some things, even though Malcolm disagreed with him on some things, they would stand on the corners in Harlem and speak together and debate together and work it out in front of the people. And if Adam can stand with Malcolm, then Al Sharpton can come to the Million Youth March and stand up and not apologize with nobody. Minister Khallid and I have had our differences. But I'm no boy and I'm not instructed by nobody where to go and when to go, how far to go and how long to stay. I unequivocally have fought all my life against hate. Talk about I preach hate. I'm against hate. I fought against hate. I get up every morning and see a scar from hate on my chest where a man stabbed me in Bensonhurst and I forgave him. I unequivocally am against any form of anti-anything, white, anti-Semitism, homophobia, any of that. I ran for mayor because of a coalition. And I will continue to stand up and tell you and I, we must make alliances. But we cannot be boys, and we cannot be told where and what to say whenever we go forward. Let's be clear that if you got something to say, you don't run from your children, you come to your children and you tell them to let's build together. Lastly, there are a lot of problems in this, and we have talked about everything in the media but the youth problems. The problems are in a surplus budget. They're building jails rather than schools. We are 12 to 15% black of the population, but 55% of those in jail. We are those that are now being put on workfare programs. They're closing open admissions to schools in New York. They're doing Proposition 209 in California. That's why we need to march. Today, there's a young man, 16 years old, laying on critical in Kings County Hospital, shot at 17 times because he had a water gun. That's why we march. We don't march out of hate. We march because we love ourselves and we love our children, and we don't want to see our children subjected to police brutality and bad educational systems and an unfair criminal justice system. I'm clear on alliances. Goodman and Schwerner and Cheney died so I could run for mayor. I'm clear on Wednesday, Louisiana. I'm clear on what we did in the civil rights movement. I'm also clear that today we must address the youth and not be intimidated by others to run us away. And you must be clear. As you come to Harlem, don't let them defame Harlem. This is not a village of hate. This is a village of hope. In this village, grandmamas raise their grandbabies on subsidized income. This is a village of hope, not hate. In this village, young people get up every day facing the odds, trying to seek a better and fairer way of existing. This is not a village of hate. This is a village of hope. This is where we have had some of the best minds, best entertainers, best athletes in the world. So I welcome you to the land of giants. John Henry Clark, who recently made his transition, lived in Harlem. Adam Powell lived in Harlem. Welcome to the land of giants. This is where Paul Robeson was. This is where Malcolm was. This is where Queen Mother Moore was. Welcome to the land of giants. This is where we raised the greatest entertainers on the Apollo stage. Welcome to the land of giants. This is where Mr. Michelle's bookstore was. Welcome to the land of giants. Don't let no midgets give us a bad name. There's still some giants in Harlem, and we're going to stand up for our young people. Thank you, and God bless you.
Black hand.
Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! Black power! All praise is due to Allah, giving honor to God, teacher, my mentor, the man who is largely responsible for what I am and what I am becoming, and I will never deny him. I speak of none other than my spiritual father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. In their names, I greet you with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Black power. Put your black fist in the air. If you will look around you, you will see that they have lined up all in the trenches. If you will look in the rear to this section, you will see they have lined up down the middle. And if you can see around the side of the stage, you will see them in their riot helmets and everything. We say to you today, you no good bastards, that the score is even today. You have lined up. Giuliani, you have sent your troops. But these, the sons and daughters of Africa, the black youth in the hills of North America, we have a right to Kujichagulia and self-determination. And we have a right, a God-given right. And according to white law, which ain't worth the paper that it's written on, a constitutional right to defend ourselves against anyone who attacks us. To defend ourselves, self-defense. And so I say to you that as we prepare to close out this rally, we want you to be steadfast. Look these bastards in the eyes. And if anyone attacks you, already decide one to disconnect the railing where you are and beat the hell out of them with the railing where you are. No good bastards. And if you don't have a gun, every one of them has one gun, two guns, maybe three guns in self-defense. If they attack you, take their goddamn guns from them and use their guns on them. In self